Socialism. The very antithesis to American capitalism, and every GOP candidate's nightmare from hell. Let's take a look at this ideology that has many associating with the downfall of America and the rise of communism, and see how it could benefit us in our daily lives.
Socialism is the public control of production and programs that benefit the constituents in control. In recent times, how it applies to America is a pressing topic. A man who declares himself a democratic socialist is gaining on Hillary Clinton in receiving the Democratic nomination. However, contrary to popular belief, socialism is not new to the U.S., as it has had its seeds planted in America for a very long time. Whether opponents of socialism like it or not, the American people are dependent on numerous social institutions in our everyday lives. According to Gar Alperovitz, professor of political economics at University of Maryland, these programs often help people in need and do many other useful things. What are these programs we are so dependent on? Why, to name a few, the police force that keeps your neighborhood safe, the firefighters that save your life from going up in flames, and the taxpayer-funded clinics that save the lives of thousands of uninsured people who cannot afford the exorbitant prices of healthcare. So perhaps the critics that claim socialism in America is downright communism are just opponents to the connotation of the socialist label. True, socialism in its most extreme form cannot exist in America as long as there is a privately based capitalist economy. As Alperovitz puts it, the word socialism is used there, as it is in many European countries, to describe a strong welfare state. What Alperovitz is trying to say is that in the modern scope, socialism is merely a label to describe a state that provides total health care as well as a slew of other benefits such as free higher education, free childcare, and efficient government-run utilities. As critics are quick to point out, with expanded programs come higher taxes. However, what they fail to acknowledge is that what the American taxpayer will pay extra on taxes is actually less than what they will pay for on the same services privately. Take healthcare, for example. According to the Center for Medicaid and Medicare Services, in the next 10 years, the American people will spend over $54 trillion both privately and through other public services. With a single-payer healthcare system, a cornerstone of modern-day socialism, which is employed in most European countries, the American people would spend only $18 trillion over the next 10 years. With these savings, every U.S. citizen could receive a $100,000 heart surgery. In other words, that is over $100,000 back in each and every one of our wallets over the next 10 years. Furthermore, people who oppose the very mention of socialism are wrong, as they overlook that these results aren't merely theoretical, but are tangible in other places. Countries like Norway, Switzerland, Finland, Denmark, the Netherlands, and Canada, all of which being social democracies, all rank above the US in a global prosperity index. In all of these nations, if a medical emergency occurs and you are uninsured, you don't go into millions of debt. In all of these nations, if you want to go to college, you don't spend the rest of your life paying for it. In the US, you do. If a nation is truly for the people, then shouldn't its interests and actions reflect that? Truly, a nation founded on this principle should put the primary interest of the bottom 182 million ahead of the top 400 people, who control over half the wealth in this country. The question remains, is outright socialism the answer?
Maybe not. But as we can see, we are more prosperous under a social democracy that not only cares for us, but is also run by us.